guys, and welcome to another piano lesson, our lesson 3, and I hope that you are enjoying the fingering exercise lesson. Keep on practicing it, and before we get into chord formation properly and all the like, and playing piano itself fully, you will be good with your fingers on the piano. So guys, today we'll be talking about octaves, like registry, ranges, and the middle C. So like we said in our previous lesson, we have just 12 notes in Western music. It doesn't cover the range that our ears can hear. That means these notes have to repeat themselves higher in lower and higher registers. Like these are our 12 notes, 7 white keys and 5 black keys, and it will repeat itself. So this, like we said, will repeat itself in lower and higher registers. So this is a register which contains 12 keys, another register, and the last register. So that's it. So when a note repeats itself in a higher or lower register, when it's different but is the same note, we say that the distance of these notes is measured in octaves. So therefore guys, an octave is simply the distance between one note and that same note repeatedly in the next higher or lower register. So this is the distance between one note and the same note repeatedly in the higher or lower register. So this we are taking, for example, C. We move from C, let's call it C1, we move to C2. So we get a different pitch, but actually it's still C. So this an octave. So this an octave, an octave, an octave, an octave. So if somebody asks you your keyboard, how many octaves does your keyboard or registry ranges that your keyboard contains, you tell the person, like for mine is made up of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So an octave contains 7 white keys and 5 black keys. So if you sum like our keyboard is made up of 5 octaves. So one octave is made up of 12 keys. So if you multiply 12 times 5, I think maybe something of 61 keys, or yeah. Have the keyboard, full-size keyboards that have 88 keys, especially keys that starts with A, like our piano here. It starts with C, the keyboard that starts with A. So most especially keyboard that starts with A, the full-size keyboard contains about 88 keys. So like what we are going to see on the diagram. So let's observe the diagram on our screen. We see that the distance between C1 and C2, that distance is called an octave. Also, let's call it maybe octave 1. The distance between C1 and C2 is called octave 1. The distance between C2 and C3 is called octave 2. The distance between C3 and C4 is called octave 3. The distance between C4 and C5 is called octave 4. And the distance between C5 and C6 is called octave 5. So we have 5 octaves on this our piano. And guys, there's something that you need to note here. This C4, you've seen it, it's bold on that diagram. This C4 is called the middle C. So what's the middle C? A middle C, from the name middle, is actually that key that divides the piano into 2. You might be wondering why this other C, because if you look critically, it doesn't divide the piano into 2. This, if you look critically, this other side is a bit longer than this. But so if you look, the middle of the piano is supposed to be maybe between E and F. So C4 is actually our middle C. The reason It's just because C4 is being located on the grand staff. Forget about the grand staff for now. That's just the reason. So I don't want to explain that. So just for now, just know that the middle C, it divides the piano into two. So if you also look on your screen, you see that there's an A that is being bowed. The A4 key A4 is being bowed. So A4 is always set to vibrate in most instruments, including the piano, at a frequency of 440 Hertz. Likewise, C4 is set at a frequency of about 261.625 Hertz. So this A4 it serves as a reference root to other notes. So other notes are relative to it. This is called standard pitch. So most instruments like piano, guitar are being set at a standard pitch of about 440 Hertz. So guys, so most of these instruments that we use, the default tuning of the instrument is at 440 Hertz. So guys, that's what I had for you. I hope you learned something. In our next lesson, we'll be touching on the intervals. Hope you don't miss it. Thank you. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button.